Welcome to Gaia's Love, a podcast of brief messages to help humanity bridge the gap to the new earth. My name is Vivienne Gerard. It is my delight to be a scribe for consciousness today, sharing the wisdom that flows through from Source. Here we go. Episode 239. It is Wednesday, absolutely beautiful here in Cincinnati. The temperatures are staying low. It was 58 when I went outside this morning. 58. It felt so incredibly good. Sky's blue, trees are green, clouds are white, sun is yellow. Everything is just shiny and beautiful weather-wise. And yeah, it's a Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. Hump day. What I realized this morning is what would feel good to me is to have a little bit of a pause or some play in the middle of all this attention and focus and work that it seems everyone is so busy doing. And so this book came to mind that my friend gave me years ago as a birthday present. It's just so perfect. So I'm going to read that, and maybe I'll have something to say at the end. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But I encourage you, anytime I share a book or music or something that isn't mine in this space, it's always with the intent that you take it and find it and follow those same people and buy their books and buy their music and enjoy them in the ways that I do or in the ways that feel good to you. So as I read this, the pictures are visible to me but not to you, and the pictures are such an important part of the story. So if you feel inspired, find the book at a local bookstore. Okay, it's called The Gift of Nothing, and it is by Patrick McDonnell. And it's such a perfect energetic for where we are at this moment. So yeah, kick back and see it through my eyes as I read it to you. The inside cover says, "It's a special day, and Mooch wants to give his best friend Earl a gift. But what do you get someone who has everything? Join Mooch as he searches high and low for the gift of nothing." And then it shows this box with a bright red wrapping paper on it. And I think I said Patrick McDonnell is the author, but if I didn't, I'll say it again. Okay, so the pages are all white, and then there are these little sketches with ink, and then there's, I think just red is the only color they use. It's like a red-orange through the whole book. So it's all black-white with this little bit of red-orange on each page. So it says, "It was a special day," and it shows these two houses across from each other with a couple little fir trees in the back and snow falling down. And Mooch, there's a cat sitting in a window, wanted to give his best friend Earl a gift. And they show him looking at the other window of the other house, and there's Mooch fast asleep on a big pillow right in front of the window. But what to get him? Let me make sure I have the names right. Mooch he has these question marks over his head. So he's thinking about Earl. He says he had a bowl, picture of a bowl. He had a bed, picture of a bed. He had a chewy toy. It shows a little bone that says squeak next to it. He had it all. And it shows a picture of Earl laying on his bed with his bowl in front of him, holding his toy, going squeak, with his dad reading a book next to him and snow falling down outside the window. It's really a peaceful theme. Mooch thought and thought, what do you get someone who has everything? And it shows this cat sitting there with all these question marks around his head. And then it shows him down on the ground, his tail in the air, like so confused. And then it shows him sitting straight up with his finger in the air going, "Nothing," in capital letters. He would give Earl the gift of nothing. But in this world filled with so many somethings, where could he find nothing? It shows him looking around the corner of the car door. And then it shows his dad sitting in front of a TV yelling with his arms in the air. Mooch often heard Frank say there was nothing on TV. But as far as Mooch could tell, there was always something on TV. And it shows the TV going blah, 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 and Mooch with these big eyes looking at the TV. Mooch often heard Doozy and her friends say there was nothing to do. It shows these two girls outside in the snow looking upset. But as far as Mooch could tell, everybody was always doing something. It shows the girls having a snowball fight and Mooch running away. Millie came home from the store and said there was nothing to buy. And it shows her, this woman, walking in the door, and there's nothing in her hands, and she's yelling to the dad, and they're staring at her as she's walking through the door. So Mooch went shopping, and it shows this cat running through the snow towards the city. And then, this is a great page, there's 2 pages face to face, and there are all these shelves, all these gifts, all these people, everything black, white, and red, and it says sale, $, buy. And there's like all these people grabbing all these things. And this little cat just sort of staring at it like, what? Mooch looked up and down every aisle. He found many, many, many somethings. The latest this, the newest that. And it shows him just going through all these shelves and corridors. And then he's in front of these 2 computers. And there's a big like spiral behind him. Everything's black, white, and red. But as far as he could tell, nothing was not for sale. And it shows all these people lining up at the register with all their piles, and he's running out the door. So Mooch went home. He's got his nose in the snow and the ground, walking towards his house away from the city, and sat on his pillow. And he's sitting on his pillow just staring with the snow falling outside the window and the empty chair. And just stayed still, as cats often do. Same thing, he's just sitting there. And not looking for it, he found nothing. It shows him sitting on the cushion with his eyes closed and these little words going, purr. And then the page that has nothing is just all blank. So he went and got a box. And they show him in the closet pulling a box down. And put nothing in it. He's opening the lid and putting the lid back on. And Mooch thought, maybe Earl deserves more than this. He's looking at the box. So he got a bigger box and shows him with this huge box. Now that's plenty of nothing, and he's climbing on top of this big box. Then there's this awesome picture. He's like walking from his house in the snow over to the other house with this big box with a red ribbon on it. For me, said Earl, Mooch, you didn't have to give me anything. There's Mooch with his big box, and there's Earl just staring at him all happy. Who told him? Thought Mooch. He's like looking around the corner of the present. And then it shows the dog opening the box, the present, and the cat just staring at him. Earl opened Mooch's gift. Then it shows Earl climbing into the box with a big question mark. There's nothing here, said Earl. He's looking in the box. Yes, said Mooch, nothing. And they're just sort of looking at each other with this empty box. But me and you. And then Mooch throws his arms wide, and Earl like has his ears perked up looking right at Mooch, and then they have this empty page with the 2 of them hugging. So Mooch and Earl just stayed still. It shows them on the top of the chair by the window and enjoyed nothing. And there's this picture of them looking out the window with their arms around each other. And in the next page, it says, wait, let me read this again because it's important. It says, so Mooch and Earl just stayed still and enjoyed nothing and everything. And then the next page is 2 pages facing each other. And it's this beautiful night sky that's black with all these white snowflakes and stars. And then this beautiful scene of all the houses and the snow and the trees and the moon out in the sky. It's like so beautiful. And then the last page, there's Earl inside the box, and Mooch is all tied up with a ribbon. Oh, it's such a sweet story. I hope you find it and get to see the images because they're so precious. This clearly speaks for itself. Find time to be still and to enjoy nothing, because in that you'll find everything. Yeah. Sending you lots of love today. Thank you for tuning into this vibration of pure love. I invite you to join me in aligning with the optimal health of your mind, body, spirit in the virtual community of Viv's Energy Gym. You can learn more at mysouljourney.com. Let's take this message of Gaia's love out into all of our relationships and communities today. So much love from my heart to yours.